So we're gonna do a little thing today inspired by mean tweets.
Let's take a look at some random online comments that have either been made about me or chess in general. This is from Don't Play 95. This is from Twitter. At chess.com, at Arjun Aragaisi, some things that will never change for fans of this generation. Magnus will always be considered the best. Fabiano will always be regarded as world number 2. Hikaru versus Magnus equals Queen F7 versus Messi. Yeah, I mean, Magnus will always be considered the best. He's obviously the GOAT. Fabiano will always be regarded as world number 2. That's an interesting one. Not so sure whether that's actually true anymore. Hikaru versus, or no, sorry, it's Hikaru versus I can't read. Hikaru versus Magnus equals CR7 versus Messi, not Queen F7. I'm blind, I can't read. I was wondering what Queen F7 was, as it reminded me of a stalemate meme that I saw on Twitter. I mean, that would be nice. I think it's definitely true in recent years, probably since the pandemic, but definitely would not be true before that. So it's partially true, but it's a little bit too flattering to me, is what I would say.
Values I share thanks to my parents, teachers, and friends.
Don't let me sign the same papers as freestyle people, as I will lose trust in my team and self-respect. I really have no idea why this tweet was made. Oh, so like someone's account got hacked. It's just bizarre. There's no other way of saying it.
That's quite heartwarming. Very, very wholesome. Thank you.
Ooh, this is a big one. This is a whole paper. This is some, everybody's best friend, Emil. Okay. One more thing. Magnus, Hikaru, proponents of freestyle chess conveniently forget to mention.
All top players already have a binding contract with a clause of their non-participation in World Championships, not approved by FIDE. This clause mentioning 4 years of non-participation in alternative World Championships was in all contracts for FIDE major events since the unification after the split of the 90s for the obvious reason we can't properly plan and decent from the World Championship. The entire cycle without winning top players are converted to one. This agreement was signed by Magnus in 2023 and by the top players in 2024. So this whole narrative is targeting players who
Frankly, there isn't a lot that needs to be said other than, people have a way on social media of trying to shape the narrative. Basically, everything that's said is wrong. I could also just further clarify, and this I think is an important point for the general public, but also the top players who may see this or hear this. Clauses that are referenced in here would not hold up in court. I've spoken to lawyers about this.
Lawyered!
I think the notion of binding contracts and everything else is actually Mills with the false narrative.
If Morphe was alive today and had all the knowledge and an analysis we did, he would make Magnus look like a Boy Scout. Not impossible. I shaved today, so I have a bit of a boyish feature.
The professional game was so much cooler 70 years ago and farther back than it is now. This is something that is just very, very weird to see. I mean, I think, it's kind of one of those things where it depends on the perspective that a player has, but I definitely don't agree with it. I think chess now is in a much better place. There are many more professionals who make a living from it and don't have to work other jobs.
Okay, at Magnus Carlsen, Magnus is a genius in marketing, strumming up drama so he can advertise his app. Yes, go download chess.com, take, all of it on your devices.
Chess is boring when you're a great player. At this point, you play a memory game, not a strategy one. This is actually an interesting quote. It's something that, it's funny because the person who said this does not understand this at all. They're not a top player. It's something that only probably the top 100 players in the world can truly understand. It's definitely true that when you're a great player, chess can become very boring in a memory game, but certainly some tournaments like the candidates where the winner-take-all situation are different, or the World Cup as well. So it's mostly true, but not completely true.
Magnus Carlsen should auction off the G's for charity chess history. Well, we're gonna do that, so very good idea. That wasn't mean at all. My wife's theory, Carlsen works hard to maintain the best body among elite chess players. The bar is low, wow. And posts swimsuit photos to prove it. But dress slacks don't do justice to his superb butt. Jeans are required. I maintain that well-tailored slacks can be just as sexy, but she insists there is nothing quite like a perfectly formed backside in jeans. You know, Randy, my wife says exactly the same thing. So it's glad to know that I have one like-minded person out there. So I appreciate that a lot. I think that's also a good place to finish.